Hey, it's the Empire. Don't forget to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell icon for more videos. We taking over. Let's go, champ. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button right now. Let's go.
Undefeated superstar, boxer, UK legend, Daniel Dubois, the guy who's known for knocking out every sparring partner he's ever came in contact with, man. Even rumored, him dropping my boy Tyson Fury, him dropping my boy Anthony Joshua, and anyone else the guy got in the ring with, man. 15 wins, 14 KOs, man. My boy Daniel Dubois, he has some choice words for Joe Joyce. Now I understand that, Daniel Dubois, young cat, man. The guy's only 23 years old, and coming up, he probably looked up to a lot of the fighters right now who are still current reigning, defending champions right now, especially because they're from his own backyard. Now, man, Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua have been champions since Daniel Dubois was before he was even pro. So he's been looking up to his guys forever now. And Joe Joyce, we all know he's been getting trained by Anthony Joshua. They say that Joe Joyce has been training with Anthony Joshua because he sparred Tyson Fury, so he's helping him with that. And they say Anthony Joshua has been trained with Joe Joyce. Daniel Dubois. So he's helping him, giving some points on beating Daniel Dubois. That being said, man, Daniel Dubois says, I'm going to end this guy's career, Joe Joyce. He's going to end him. He thinks this is going to be Joyce's last fight. And Daniel Dubois says, Joe's last fight, November 28th. And then it has hashtag Daniel Dubois, hashtag every belt, hashtag triple D, hashtag BT Sports. And this is a really big deal, man. I think that this fight is the biggest fight of the year, in my opinion, domestically at least, in the UK. This fight is between undefeated stars, two gold medalists, and Daniel Dubois and Joe Joyce. And, the time has come, no more cherry picks, no more bums. This is it. And, like I said earlier, man, Daniel Dubois has been looking up to these fighters before he was pro, because before he was pro, these people were champions, the Tyson Furies and the Anthony Joshuas. And I think that Daniel Dubois might have some kind of hatred for Joe Joyce because he's been getting trained by Anthony Joshua. Now, Daniel Dubois doesn't really need to like Anthony Joshua to admire the guy. You can not admire him, but respect Anthony Joshua. And that can be a little irking to know that Anthony Joshua and Joe Joyce are training before you fight the guy. It must get to Daniel Dubois, because when you start, when you have a certain level of a fighter around you, you just inherit their accomplishments by approximation, just being around them. That's why when Floyd Mayweather endorses a fighter and he talks about the fighter and he's next to them, a lot of that flair and a lot of the popularity of Floyd Mayweather rubs off on the fighter. Well, this is the same thing with Joe Joyce, but instead of just being around Anthony Joshua, this guy is actually training with him. So it's like a double entendre. Joe Joyce is not just around Anthony Joshua, the guy is training with him to stop and beat Daniel Dubois. So this is going to be a really good fight, man. I do think that Joe Joyce is going all in for this fight, and I keep saying it, and I'll say it again. Joe Joyce has, if you look at his record, he actually fought a lot more elite level fighters, and he fought former world champions, and he walked through them. I keep talking about him beating Bermane Stiverne, which was an extremely big victory. Understand that, Bermane Stiverne was a former WBC champion. So that being said, man, Joe Joyce has 11 wins and 10 knockouts. The guy has power of his own. Now, the only problem with Joe Joyce is the guy looks like he's swinging in water. A lot of people think he might just be too slow. He might be talented enough, but will he be able to catch an explosive Daniel Dubois, who's most likely going to hunt him down? But I think this fight is going to be Hunter versus Hunter. Whoever lands the big bomb first will ultimately set the pace for the fight, and possibly could win the fight. Because I think the first time they exchange, they're going to be really hesitant. They're going to be feeling each other out, and the first punch to really land, it's most likely going to be a counter punch. That's how I see his fight playing out. I see cautiousness in the beginning, and then a counter punch being landed, and whoever lands that punch is going to really set the stage for whoever is going to win this fight. So, man, Daniel Dubois, man, he's setting a record, saying this is going to be his last fight, convincing everyone that he's going to stop this guy, Joe Joyce, and vice versa. So we're going to see how this whole thing plays out, man. Fight's really soon. It's going to be in November 28th. It's gonna be a big one, man. It's gonna be a big one. Let me know how you guys feel about it, though. I like both the fighters. I think they're both phenomenal. A lot of people are looking past Joe Joyce. I think Danny Dubois is a phenomenal fighter, explosive, and we just don't know what's gonna happen. It's crazy because, you know, I still think of Danny Dubois as a prospect, and it's wild to see, you know, someone like Danny Dubois fight someone like a Kuroto Fumiwato, Japanese fighter, 10-1, and people are calling that a mismatch. And, you know, the guy was 21 wins and 1 loss, and that was his only loss to Danny Dubois. You know, the guy was undefeated when he fought Danny Dubois. It's just wild, you know. Some people have unrealistic expectations of these fighters that are just coming up. You know, they're fighting people who are basically their counterparts. So people need to relax on opposition, at least, you know. So anyway, man, let me know how you guys feel about it, though. Joe Joyce, Danny Dubois says it's gonna be his last fight. We're gonna see in November. You know, it's wild, man. You know, you can't talk all that trash. You gotta back it up. You gotta back it up. So we're gonna see if Danny Dubois can say, will this be his last fight? Fireworks, explosions. We all know, man. They call Danny Dubois Dynamite for a reason. Let me know how you guys feel about it, though. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Geobox Empire. Peace.